That's Brent.
That's it right there. Yeah.
Well, this one, it could be brand new. Oh no, that's got a little bit of use. But this one, that's brand new, never been used. So the diaphragm might work. That diaphragm, if the screws line up and the hook's on the right way, you take it apart, that diaphragm being brand new would probably still be good because it's never been used. But anyway, there's a box with, this will tell you kind of what they're about. No need, it's just junk. But anyway, this one's used and that one's brand new and that diaphragm might work in yours. Or take this, it's got a little bit of use, but anyway.
Couldn't I see, we were thinking about taking this and changing this.
Well, it's only a fuel pump. So anyway, take that box home and see what you can come up with. But worst comes to worst, if the diaphragms are interchangeable, just take a diaphragm out and put it in. Because on the Studebaker, that's all I did, is I just
Do you know how to get the diaphragms out?
Yeah. You, the book will tell you, but that's why I left the junk here. The junk.
And that's,
see,
that's what's wrong, the diaphragm's fucked up.
okay. Well, what happened was, on the Studebaker, I found a brand new diaphragm, but they put the center post on factory backwards, so the holes didn't line up. So what I did was I flipped it over and I drilled new holes in it and put it in. And they go in with a hook, if I remember right. A spring hook. I don't know if there's...
So that just has to fit the car, that has to fit the old.
Okay, see that fuel pump right there? Throw that in there. Take that apart as a guide how you take them apart. And that'll teach you how they unhook.
Okay.
There's an old one, right? When you take those screws out, the diaphragm goes in there and I think you push it in, turn it, and it'll come up to a spot where there's a notch opening and then it'll come out. It kind of goes down in, turns, and locks into a hidden pin.
Okay.
And you push it in, turn it, and it comes out. So anyway, that's about all I got. But you should. But anyway, yeah, take that with you.
Now I'm up here, I gotta take a look. Jimbo, I'm gonna take a look now, I'm up here.
But that one's brand new, and you might be able to change the arm because
That's what I'm saying. Like,
this is just a fuel pump. But you have to make sure it's all in there clean and good and not rotted out like some gaskets. But the diaphragms,
and I gotta make sure this bolts to the car, obviously.
that's pretty standard on all. They're almost all the same. Like I got a whole bunch of gaskets for that. They're all the same. I think that is standard. That's like it doesn't matter. It's kind of like a fuel pump roll. That is all the same.
Okay. Awesome.
I could be wrong, but look, that looks the same. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. I'm gonna leave that there for a second. I want to take a look what we got now.
Well, here, if you want to look, I'll roll a cigarette.
Not bad, oh boy, that's a gym I know.
Well,
Got some fans, fucking.
this is, you know what these things are. I got a couple of them.
I think I got one.
Yeah, those are for putting suitcases on the running board.
Yeah,
And
they're
you,
cool.
something to strap it to.
Water tent. All kinds of miscellaneous.
And there's a radiator if you ever need it there, but of course it's skinny. You know what I mean? It's kind of a style that's not on most of our cars.
Some stanchions there for windows. That's cool.
Anyway.
Some round windows. Wow. Oldsmobile, is that off your car?
Nope. That chrome is though.
What are the wheels off of?
Those wheels are off a 1916 Studebaker.
1916.
My uncle has it. It was one my grandfather did.
Okay, and it's still.
Well, he thinks it's worth like $10 million, so he's like that. It's not really his; it's his son's, Gary, which is the mechanic for Who does he work for now? Ford, I think now. He was working for Chev, and then he moved to Shelby. He builds race car engines.
Oh, wow. Got some gas.
He wasn't that good at helping me with Ferrari,
No?
but I think it was partly because he couldn't get any information from Ferrari because they wouldn't probably give it to him because he's competition.
Was it,
Because he builds race car engines, right?
there was something on the news that, like, Justin Bieber's not allowed to buy a Ferrari? Because
What?
he changed the color or something?
Oh,
He pissed them off, he changed the color? What?
he must have did something.
Don't change the color on your car, Jimbo. The Ferrari won't let you buy a new
Well, I
one.
know in Rolls Royces, if you owned one, you weren't allowed to put aluminum slots on them. Back years ago, you had to keep them original. They had a class about them that you weren't allowed to tamper with.
That B&A bucket's nice, Jimbo.
Someday we'll have to go through some of this stuff for you to put in your, clean up and put in your, like, souvenir room.
I'd buy that. The bucket. I'd give you money for it.
Oh, that radiator there's not, oh, that one. That one came with my Studebaker truck.
Yeah.
And it isn't, it won't match up. It's either, it's another kind. The flange, the next one you look at, see how it's bolted on? The flange is on your side, and this one, the flange is on the other side. That indicates that this one would be right where the fan is.
Okay.
Like this won't bolt, that one bolts in the Studebaker. This one came with the Studebaker, but it won't work. I'd have to take, plus it's a little too narrow, but it came off some other, like, the truck was apart when the buddy bought it, and they gathered up parts, but I think they had several cars apart, and they grabbed the wrong radiator.
What's your seat tube, Jimbo?
50 Bobby Dory Chev truck,
Okay.
that GMC Chev truck.
It's his.
No, it
It's-
was going to the garbage, so I brought it home. He put another seat in it,
Okay.
but it's
Couple-
over Chev truck.
Couple girls for the Studebaker.
Yeah. These are my engine parts that I hope to put together sometime soon.
Okay.
See,
These your pistons?
brand new pistons right there.
Oh, wow. Wow.
40 thou oversized.
Spent some money.
Yeah, about $3,000.
Oh, there's your
And these are all new connecting rods.
You got new cranks all turned?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Gee. My.
And all new bearings, new connecting rods, and new valves.
Ooh,
But-
there's what I'm looking for.
What, shifters or?
Well, not well, Jolene's car.
There's a whole bunch of shifters downstairs too.
On Jolene's car, this boot that goes over top of the
Oh,
shifter.
broken?
Well, I cut one apart and made it like it's a little bit bigger than we
Oh.
need it. I took one off a Ford and cut it and made it bigger, but I just don't know. I'll have to get you to take a look at it when you're over next time. Give me a piece of metal rolled like that.
I don't know why it's rolled. It was rolled up, previous owner. It's aluminum.
Yeah.
If you
What-
ever,
what
it's
are you-
quite thin.
What are your wheels here? What are
I don't know. You gave me two of them.
did I? The yellow ones probably.
Yeah. I was told they're not Chev, or they're not Ford, but I don't know. I was just only told that.
Oh, there's another fairing for a motorbike.
Yeah. And that's the fairing for 750 Honda, and the frame is downstairs that bolts it on.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
750 Honda.
In the
Just a
70s.
CB.
Yeah.
So
just-
would that fit a Super Sport?
maybe.
Seven.
Yeah. But the framework, I was told that it's for 750 Honda.
Okay.
Late 60s, early 70s type style, because that's when these came out. But whether the framework works on another 750 Honda or something else, but that's modified.
Yeah.
Right? Like you.
Your old school seat.
Yeah. But.
Just a cool little shit, man. What's all these? Oh, there's pistons in there, I suppose. That's what it says, pistons.
Piston rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those are fuel pumps for cars
Yeah,
back in.
yeah,
Wow. I would never know what it was.
yeah. Vacuum fuel pump.
Jesus Christ, that won't move. Pockets full of grease.
Yeah, I've been scared to lift or do anything too hard the last couple of days.
I want to look at your bucket.
But I believe it's from strain. Like, I know after I'm on the computer for anything more than an hour, my eyes, and I even get a headache in behind my eyes. Yeah, you can have that. Just
No, get
dump it out in one of them other buckets. It's kind of,
Is it supposed to have it on the back side, is it? It did have it on there, didn't it?
it's plenty rough. One side's half decent, but yeah, I think it got recently undercoated in the last 50 years, but before that it sort of got rusty. But I do not collect filmaria or
Memorabilia?
memorabilia. Yeah, that's it.
I'll give you $50 for it.
Oh my God, for a rusty old greasy old bucket.
Well, it's just.
Well,
I know
for that price,
I know it's a
you-
rusty, greasy old bucket, but they got the B&A on it, so it's should be worth $50.
Oh my God. Well, maybe. How much do you want for bearings in there? Sometimes these things come in handy for putting transmissions on motors.
Yeah.
Because that's how I put the Student or the Chev transmission back on the motor. I found a yoke up here.
That's what you need.
And
Actually,
I
to line
slid this in when I tightened up the clutch and the backing plate to
Yeah.
the flywheel, and then the transmission slid right on.
I want that too.
Oh, that's
Old.
That's,
But
well, you
it's-
can straighten it out a little
It's
bit.
kind of racked, but.
Yeah, good.
Well, let's dump that
Yeah,
stuff out. I don't
easy.
want that stuff in there, but if you want it, you want me to take it with me or what?
Just what's in that box? Just more of the same?
Well, there's stuff in that one. I put in that one
Yeah,
probably
just
in the
dump it
bucket.
in that one. Yeah.
Cans
Yeah,
kind
the
of-
only type
kinda
of
roast, but it's
tins
cool.
that I actually like are, say, the old tobacco tins. I'll hold this.
Oh, Dusty says. Sorry if I just dumped that?
No, yeah, just dump it. It's just stuff.
Well, that's that, would you? Got some oil and grease in there.
Yeah, soak
We've got a thing on there.
old Varsol. Just it might leak. Probably has a rust hole in the bottom.
It's too bad it's broke on that side, but it's cool. That's pretty beat, but
You can straighten it out a little bit.
Maybe.
At least it's not rusted out.
all right.
Oh, is that all?
I gotta get them fuel pumps.
Yep, yep. Yeah, I thought I had more, but you might be all right, even that canter.
That's
You
what-
take that book with you.
Okay.
That way, just give them a call.
That would be awesome. We could take that book and we'll end up just buying one probably.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. That
I'll
might
carry
work.
this.
That might work. That might work.
But you might be able to take, at the very least, take an old one apart and see if you can figure out how to take the diaphragm off. I think they push in, turn, and pull out.
Yeah.
But anyway, if the diaphragms are the same, you can just take a new diaphragm out of the new pump and put it in your old pump.
What's that, a vacuum cleaner?
Yeah,
Look at that now, would you?
that's a real expensive vacuum cleaner in Stay. Guy gave to me. I never used it, but I stole the hose off it and put it on my Electrolux in the house.
Well, it must have been a good one because it's still holding, eh? Still working?
I don't know. I've never used it. It probably outlasts all the ones you buy today. But anyway, I dug all those. I got a pretty big pile of bricks. I had bricks in here, and I dug them all out, and there they are, bricks.
You're gonna try to figure out, oh wow.
And like,
Gee, you were working, man.
so when Mom and I put them all down in there 15 years ago. They came out of the house, two
Okay.
chimneys. And what I was thinking, if I ever put a chimney up in the house, I'll put a stainless steel liner in it, and there's my chimney. Because those bricks lasted down there for 15 years, being wet and freezing out here. and this is how many broke when I picked them up, but all those are good, and just wash them off and make a chimney. Especially with today's roll where you don't put a clay liner in, you run a stainless steel liner, and the stainless steel liners, they're pretty well foolproof, but they're kind of ugly in an old house, so if you brick it up like with the old bricks.
Yeah.
Anyway, I couldn't bury them because I want to put all kinds of, I want to pour cement floor in here.
I understand.
Oh, it might go easier to go this way.
Car's in the way.
Yeah.
Watch your step through here. Watch your step.
Kind of like,
You've been working.
well, I was the last couple of days. I've been kind of discouraged to work too hard, but I'm
Why? Because of the eye?
yeah, I don't know. I think it was straining on something,
Yeah.
but
Let it heal. You don't
Yeah.
have to have anything done right this second. Let it heal.
yeah, patience.
Well, I mean, I know you take great comfort and less to do, but
Yeah, I get something on my mind though I want to do, but
Like
what I really want is that all that junk over there moved out, so I put this car over there and then put it up in the blocks and take the inner fenders out, plastic, and pull those dents out and polish it
yeah.
up. Because
You enjoyed that little car.
well, yes, but I'm tired of looking at those dents.
Okay.
And Rick Salzman says there's no way I can batch that paint.
The dent wizard might be. Well, you don't want to pay for that guy, but they're pretty good at that.
But he said if I paint that fender, it won't match.
Yeah, because it's faded.
It's faded. This blue is fussy stuff, and it will not match. But I got
He
the
would
little
know.
bottle, and I can dilute it. And if I just touch up these little tiny spots with that bottle, like sand it with my 2500,
Yeah.
then touch up the spots, let it dry, sand it off level, and then buff it. I should have a blue scratch there, and like it might be noticeable, but it'll look better than a white scratch. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And that's kind of,
Where you're at.
and these little ripples there, I can get at it from the other side. It's hard to do, but, well, it's hard to push a dent out without chipping the paint. Or, you know, like when you have a little dent in the paint job and you get in behind and you start pushing on it, it's quite a challenging thing to get that out so you can't see the dent without ruining the paint job.
It's called the dent wizard.
You know, well, anyway, I got it two little dents on the top of this fender and two little dents on the top of that fender, which bugged me, and I'm going to.
You're gonna go for it.
I'm going to get them out.
Just press them out. Just go slow.
Yep.
I'll carry that.
Oh, well. Oh, you got your piece.
Get in my pocket.
Oh,
I want
okay.
that canter book though.
Yep.
If possible.
I didn't turn. Jeez, what a serious light.
That's a serious lady.
Where's the button that turns
Right,
it off?
right in by your thumb. Right below your thumb.
Oh,
There you go. Look at
okay.
that thing, would you? Huh?
okay.
Had your lawnmower going, did you?
Yeah, I bought it's coming in tomorrow, a high output lawnmower battery with 350 cranking amps
High
for
output.
$105. A regular lawnmower battery is 260 cranking amps and it's $70. And this one's 350 cranking amps and it's 105 at Nampa. So it's in tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So that way, with a little more power, it should make my solenoid work because it almost works. Okay. Like if the battery's charged up, it actually cranks over. But I've had such a bad battery in it now for 15 years that I've had to use a screwdriver with the battery charger hooked on. After it runs, I unplug it. But the same battery will go in the Skidoo where it'll only start with one spark plug out. So maybe this high output battery might crank over that Skidoo in the wintertime. I don't really like splurging on the most expensive battery I can find for a damn old lawnmower, but the other day I was mowing and I got out to the pond and it stalled. I ran out of gas. I didn't put enough gas in it and it stalled way the hell out there by them trees. And I had a 100-foot extension cord and another 50-foot extension cord. And I reached out to that pond to charge the battery to get the damn thing going again. But quite a hassle.
Yeah.
You know, like, you don't want to run all over the yard with an extension cord and a battery charger just because your lawnmower stalled. You know, like, yep. But I like the dandelions, but it was getting, the dandelions were kind of, they're getting a little bit behind, so I didn't mow yesterday. This was the day before.
I'll give you them.
There's a little bit of a trick getting those diaphragms out, but when you take that old one apart,
Yeah.
that'll teach you how to do it. Even if you cut the side out of it with mini grinders just to look at it.
Never even thought
You know
of
what I
that.
mean?
Yeah,
But
I want that, and I'll take that.
anyway, that price isn't that bad.
I'm
Because
thinking-
that's not a kit, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking that that's
And
the way
no
to go.
core.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's the way to go.
But got you
Do you
out
have
of
any
the-
money on us, sweetheart?
Yep.